They go right out of high school into the mines.
Yeah.
What is this, a mine shaft down here?
Deep mines.
That is some crazy work. You're just under here in the dark.
We say what we mean and we mean what we say.
No BS.
No, there's no bull here.
When they pass away, it's like a fish being out of water.
You would tell the young people just to leave?
Last week, my husband worked 73 hours in the coal mines.
If the flame burned a certain color, they know they were methane. Miner knowed it was time to get out of there. I was the first person in this county that was ever prescribed Oxycontin.
This is all family?
This is all family.
That's the truth to that right there. It takes a rare breed for coal mining.
This is Wes on the motorcycle. He met me at the hotel because he said, hey, there's no easy way into my place. You'll get lost. When you have the coal miner Matt, it's official.
Yeah.
You're fifth generation, right, Wes?
It's a life of its own, man.
What would you do out here if there wasn't coal?
But if they wasn't, what coal mining's left around here, this place would just dry up. It already has, I mean, pretty much.
But these look like all pretty well taken care of homes.
Well, this is all retired coal miners. 95% of the men you meet here, they all went to coal mines when they was 18-year-olds. Some of them younger. My dad started when he was 17.
So they go right out of high school into the mines?
Yeah.
Your dad lives up here?
Yeah, Dad lives right up top of the hill here. Dad's health started declining a little bit. I come up to be around him. And my grandpa got killed in '57.
How'd he die?
Coal mines. When I started in the mines, I started in '89. Just in this community, just Kaywood, not Harlan County, but just Kaywood, there were probably over 100 coal mines just in this little area here.
Oh, wow.
Now there's none. Coal mining started here in 1903, I think. It was actually before then because they hand dug. Back in the day, everybody had their own little mines. They just dig out the bank. And
They'd have like little family mines here?
everywhere, they'd dig the coal out. They actually used it for heat, cooking, whatever. And then when coal finally picked up, they did come in here and start mining it then. Some of the guys got rich, some of the people got ripped off. I got a 12-year-old, he's probably still asleep, but...
You don't want him in the mines, or do you when he grows up?
No. His education comes before everything. His academics is unreal for him to just be going in 6th grade. He's got awards hanging in there. I mean, medals from the Governor's Scholar Program and...
So you're super proud?
Oh, my God.
So it's been 5 generations, and you're okay with it stopping?
Yeah, my oldest son, he actually went into mining, and he worked. When I decided to come out, which I know that I had black lung, and I was already seeing a black lung doctor before I come out, but the mines was declining, and I'd already talked to my son and told him, I said, you need to be looking towards something else. Now, today, he makes almost $200,000 a year.
Doing what?
He is electrical. He works for one of the lineman companies.
Black lung. Explain that to us. From the sounds of it, you work long enough down in the mine, your lungs turn the color of coal, right?
Well, what it does, it scars your lungs. Also, a lot of the rock, when it gets in there, the doctors, when they describe it to you, they say it's like little small shreds of glass, and it just cuts and scars. Dad had 5 brothers. He's the only one living, and the sister's husband also, they worked in the mines, and we've watched every one of them die, and the doctors describe it as when they pass away, it's like a fish being out of water. I mean, you go in there and you know it, eventually that's what's gonna happen, but when you got a job that's paying, when I started, I mean, sounds crazy, I made $8 an hour, but back in '89, hell, that was good money. Minimum wage was probably, $4 an hour or something, $3.75, something like that. So really, I mean, you started out making good money. And as it went along, I mean, when I come out, I was making $32 an hour as a foreman. Now, my cousin, I don't know if he's home or not. We may be able to get him to come out and talk to you. He's still working. He's got about 34 years in, I think, now.
34 years in the mines.
Yeah, he's real close to it. If he ain't got that, he's real close to it.
So in this, is this a hauler or no?
This is what you would call a ridge.
Okay, in the ridge you got a bunch of family, huh?
Yeah, this is our family. Everybody except this house here.
And that's very Appalachian, right?
Yeah,
You grow up, you stay, the family generations
Yes, sir.
churn for years, and in these parts it's coal that's just kept everything going.
Yeah, and the families are so tight-knit. When Dad's dad got killed in '57, 3 years later,
Right.
his brother gets killed. They've got all these kids. You know, back then it was normal for a family to have 8, 10 kids or whatever. So, you know, they all had to just chip in and raise gardens and kill hogs and just take care of each other, you know what I'm saying?
We say what we mean, and we mean what we say. If we like you, and if we don't, we don't. And you'll always know where to stand with us, because if we don't like you, then we'll just tell you, you know, we won't be mean to you. We won't be mean to you at all. You know, we will, you know, say, come on up, and I don't know who you are, but you know, you want something to drink? You know what I mean? But if we like you, and if we don't, we just say our howdies and keep on going.
No BS.
No, there's no bull crap in here. NNY, Jenny. Johnny,
Smith, okay.
as you would say, my name is Jenny Smith. I've been with the coal miners since 1989.
Me and him started at the same time.
Did y'all start at the same time?
Yeah.
And his dad was a coal miner, and his grandfather was a coal miner, along with his uncle, which is his dad.
Great-grandpa.
Was great-grandpa too?
Bert was too, yeah.
Great-grandpa was a coal miner. So you had like four generations right there. 5?
A little less.
See, he knows more about it than I do. But as far as uncles, they all coal mined. But as far as wanting better for our kids, yes, because coal is just something that's just not promised.
So that's got to be hard for you, because it keeps the lights on, it pays the bills, it's good money, it's one of the few it's the main industry out here.
Right.
But then you don't want the youth to continue on.
Absolutely.
No.
So what do you want them to move out of town, or?
Well, no, go to school.
Okay.
Go to
Good
school.
education.
Do an education. Just like my daughter, we wanted her to go to college and better herself. We didn't want her, which, you know, she's a girl, and a girl probably wouldn't work in the coal mines.
Okay.
But we wanted her to go to school. His 16-year-old brother, we don't want him in the coal mines. We want him to go to college and make something of themselves.
So that just recently changed then. This whole get the family out of coal.
No, actually, my dad begged me to go to college and not go to coal mines.
Oh, okay.
Because of the way his health declined. I mean, my dad's been down now since what?
15 years.
At least.
At least. Last week, my husband worked 73 hours in the coal mines.
That's normal.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
That's normal for him.
Especially if
So you're not seeing them.
No, he leaves at 4:30. He has to be at work by 6, and he comes in at 6 or 7 o'clock of the evening every day to provide for his family and his grandbabies.
They had to call me out to school because my son was taking panic attacks because he heard me talking to my girlfriend about going back to the coal mines. You know.
My husband works for a place called Inmet Mining. They're out of Knoxville, Tennessee, and they had to file bankruptcy. And we're in limbo right now trying to see if somebody else is going to come in and take over the place of employment that he works, or they're going to just shut the doors. But they are doing it the right way. They did give us the WARN Act as far as like the layoff letters that we've gotten in the mail. They've done everything. The only thing that they're not doing is letting the miners know for sure what's going to go on.
And they won't.
And like
So is that it? Just that happens a lot. Like when the mines are busy.
no, when the mines are I really don't know how to answer that, Wes. How would you answer that?
Well, I mean, like when Jay Justice come in here, you know, and raised all the wages. I mean, when people went from working for $13.50 an hour, I mean, I worked for $13.50 an hour for years, and that was good money around here. Jay comes in, raises the wages $18 an hour, you know, to $20-some an hour. Then when he decides he's just ready to shut down, you just go into work one day, and, you know, like where I was foreman, they called me in and they said, tell everybody go home.
That has happened a lot,
down.
yes. This letter shall serve as a layoff notice 14 days from the beginning of June 2nd.
So very stressful for you right now.
Yeah, not knowing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank the good Lord above, I was able to pay my house off like a few months ago. So I mean that takes a load off, and the only thing that we owe for is the pleasures of life, such as a side by side, a boat, a pontoon. You know what I mean?
Wait, you forgot the race car.
Oh no! Don't be throwing off on the race car. Yeah, that race car provides our living. That's what he drives back and forth to work every day.
Oh, okay.
That's what he drives back and forth to the coal mines every day.
You're saying this is in the last 4 or 5 years?
Well, I suppose the last 10 years, things have changed as far as crime and drugs and stuff like that here in our area. Probably back in 1993, 94, 95, even in the early 2000s, you could leave your windows open and even your screen doors open. But as time has went on and drugs has come into the area, you are for sure to lock your windows and close your doors and lock your personal stuff up, because if you don't never know when somebody is just going to drive by and maybe take them. I mean,
in this neighborhood, that looks quite calm.
Yeah.
Wes, you the same?
Well, I'm a little different. I leave my door open because I just like the fresh air. But at the same time, if you come in my door, you know, the corner is going to be the next stop you make. You know.
You got a good shotgun in there?
I'm well protected. I'm not going to let nobody take nothing that I work for. I'm not going to let nobody come in my house and bother my family. They know, too. They know who they can steal from and who they can't. I mean, they like prey on like older people, or you know what I mean. It's just like,
yeah.
That's harsh. And, so
and they know like where y'all go out of town a lot. I mean, no doubt they know people. I mean, hell.
But again, we are protected also, and we won't discuss how means are that we are protected. But you come on our property, we will know it, one way or the other. And once we find out, we will prosecute to the fullest if we need to.
And like, if they go out of town, I drive by here several times a day. If I go out of town, they drive by. Dad's always home. He's looking out for everybody. I mean,
that's my husband. He might be able to.
So he has one of his random days off.
Yes. He got today off instead of the 4th of July.
They're gonna work him on the 4th of July?
Yeah, I'm gonna work him on the 4th of July.
That's not very patriotic.
Oh, Lord, it's a great drive. No.
Something tells me you're not gonna off-road this too hard because it's in perfect shape. Custom-made doors?
They actually make them. I didn't want to pay $700 for a set of doors, and she was on Marketplace and found them for $350.
Look at that. So it's the American edition, huh?
Yeah. You gotta, that there light the flag up on the light bar so it don't blind everybody. You can actually run it with that right there on and not get in trouble.
There you go. There's some lights under there.
Oh, geez. You guys are ready for Miami Beach with the the kid under there, huh?
Don't be a pud muffin.
Pud muffin?
Yeah.
So you're saying don't wear a seatbelt?
Yeah, don't worry. You'll be good.
Well, I have Kentucky's best driver. Why would I need it out here?
Have fun.
Thank you. Old strip job?
Yeah.
That's where they just shear off the top of the mountain?
And get the coat.
Do you work on top or you work in the...
I work under the mountain.
Under the mountain.
Going back in. Some of it's got like 5 inches. See how this rock right here is? And there's a coal seam right there. They'll go under it, and we use boats and everything like that, what we call roof boats, and to help support the top as we drive. There'd be like 5 different entries across through there.
So when you say coal seam, you see like a layer of coal in the earth, and that's what you guys tap into?
Yeah. I'm going into my 35th year this year.
How many do you want to do?
I don't want to quit work. I can't see myself living off of trying to draw a check. I mean, that's just the way I've been raised, taught.
And you must be good at what you do.
Well, so I'm all right.
Are you down there on your hands and knees crawling through?
The coal seam I'm in right now, it's not that low. I can kind of duck, walk, and get around that way. But now when I first started, you're talking anywhere from 19 to 24, 26 inches.
19.
Yeah, that's the lowest.
So
that's the lowest I've been in 19 inches in the coal seam.
So when you're in the coal seam, it's 19 inches, which is basically this. How far in are you going?
It just depends on how far we got the mines from.
But you're talking like 50 feet, or you're talking like?
Oh, you may go for 3 or 4 miles. It'll just run up and down. Sometimes you'll run into what we call squeezes.
Okay.
It'll drop down to like 19 inches and may go for 100 foot, may go 500 foot that low. And then it'll pick back up to.
Do you ever freak out and get claustrophobic in that?
No.
So what is this, a mine shaft down here?
Deep mines. What we call shaft mines when you go down.
Okay.
Straight down into the ground. It's just kind of what I work in is the deep mines.
Aiden is Wes's son.
We got sidetracked, Wes.
Oh, cool. There it is. Oh, it gets cool immediately.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow. That's like a 20-degree difference right here.
That's the thing about coal mines too. It's maybe 10 degrees difference year round.
Okay, what's the temperature when you go down into the mines?
About 60.
Oh,
65.
okay.
But you can see where they cut this out with a pick. When a miner cuts it out, it leaves the wall more clean. Like, the wall.
Straight up and down.
Right, this was cut with a pick?
Yeah, this was cut out with a pick and a shovel, and they use ponies.
That is some crazy work. You're just under here in the dark. I mean, it's lit up, but...
I mean, it's lit up with your headlight, but when we worked on them Wilcoxes, Jeff told me you couldn't see. Like from me to you, I see your light, but I couldn't see you because of the dust.
When we'd come out from underground on working on a Wilcox, everything was just as black as your shirt. The only thing you could see would be the white of your eyes.
Oh, it just gets wet back there, huh? So what were you saying about the... Oh.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
The
coal streak.
The main thing. This is just where, over the years, it's fell
This year's
out.
just dribbled off and shelled off and stuff like that.
So that's the coal seam.
That's the coal seam there. Actually, the seam up was about 20-some inches high.
You're trying to look for the seam, which could be, like you're saying, 19 inches.
Yeah.
And you just tap in and keep going back on it.
You just go in between the rock with it.
Is that a rush when you find it?
I never did have to hunt for it. That was out of my category right there. I just mined it.
See, they core drill up top, and they'll core drill down till they find the seam. And then they'll come in and face it up and make a high wall. Which back in the day and times they dug this mines out, they just, well, see right there's the coal. They just followed that coal in.
Yep, right there.
Yeah. And
Okay.
they just dug it out behind. That's how Papa got killed. They was loading in a break, and my uncle brought the pony and the load out, and Papa stayed back to load another car so they would have one ready for the next morning. And he got killed while Uncle Larry was on his way out.
You told me it collapsed.
It did. It fell in and killed him, honey. It killed Papa. I've got the thing where it says coal miner dies and leaves 8 children or whatever. And the only thing Granny got out of it, they made old tombstone out of. That's how they make it out of cement.
Mm-hmm.
She never got nothing, did she? No kind of fencing, nothing.
We're going up this. Nice. Woo!
You see the camper, the trailers back up through there on the right?
Yep.
There's a road up through there. They was coal mines that went back in and under this mountain from right there.
So your place is literally in the middle of all of these mines.
Yeah.
Does it make you happy to see all this, all the mines that have taken place?
Well, there's been a lot of good people probably lost their lives, especially back in the day. I mean, it's not near as dangerous as what it used to be.
What's that say?
Rare breed. That's the truth to that right there. It takes a rare breed for coal mining.
What would you want to tell those that never mind, don't understand it? What would you tell them?
Stay away from it if you don't have to do it.
Really?
Yeah. Because while you're young, you don't realize it, but as you get older, the wear and tear takes the toll on your body and stuff like that.
Yep.
That's where it comes into play.
So what would you tell someone where this is the economy out here, this is what you got, you would tell the young people just to leave?
Go to school, get an education.
But then they'd have to leave for a job.
No, not necessarily, because my girl, you know, she's been raised right here. She went to school, got an education, and now she's a medical assistant teacher at Southeast Community College.
Great.
Trying to help the younger ones coming up, teaching them, so maybe they can keep a job around here for medical programs and stuff like that, where they can stay at home and not have to leave.
Okay. So in a way, you're very proud of your work in coal mining, but you're also rational, saying don't do it.
Right. My dad always told me, son, I'll beat you before I let you go in the coal mines.
He beat you a lot then. He beat you then?
No.
Or he didn't stay to his word?
He didn't stay to his word. He seen that I wasn't going to leave these hills, and he knew that if I was going to have anything, I was going to have to be a coal miner around here.
And part of you loves it though, right? Being in these hills,
yeah.
Getting in there, doing the hard work.
I couldn't stand being out in the city or sitting behind a desk. I'm too, too active a person to try to sit still.
How are your lungs right now? Because you look really healthy. I wasn't expecting this, to be honest.
My lungs is last thing I done. They said I was in pretty good shape. May have just the beginning of what they call first stage black lung, because you got 3 stages. You got first stage, second stage, third stage.
Yeah.
And then you got complications like Wes now. I think his one's a little worse than mine. But black lung affects everybody different, because you got what they call a dry lung and a wet lung. If you got a wet lung, you're breathing that dust and stuff, and it's sticking them to them, it's just gonna smother you down. A dry lung, you know, you can pretty much shed it.
So you probably have a dry lung.
That's just like a mud hole. You know, a dried up mud hole and a wet mud hole.
Yeah. I got to get your opinion on something. Can you turn around, Wes? Yeah. I'm just looking at your phone case. Oh, it's your wallet. Okay. So quick question, Wes. And shut me up when you want, all right? Yeah. Because I saw the Confederate flag on your motorcycle jacket on the wallet. So a lot of people, I've been enough in the South where I've asked this question a lot, but a lot of people, a lot of Yankees will say, you know, the Confederate flag only means racism. Or what are your thoughts on it?
It's my heritage. I mean, my family, all the way back to the Civil War, my family fought so we could be free for this country. They all hollered it was about slavery and all this. It wasn't. It was about work. It was about slavery. It was about many different things.
You guys didn't have slaves though up here, right? I don't think.
Part of Kentucky, I mean.
Not in the hills.
No, not in the hills, no. But I mean, it's heritage, man. You know, we don't look at it that way. My granddaughter, she's beautiful. She's mixed. You know what I'm saying? My niece and nephews, they're mixed. I don't have no problem. I got some of the best friends that I'll ever have in my life is black. I got a guy I met through the internet, black guy. We speak every single day. Every morning he tells me, you know, good morning, how you doing, Wes? Where you riding today? You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
We got bikes in common, you know what I mean? So it's just, I mean, people can think what they want. I don't give a shit, you know what I'm saying? I know what it stands for. I know what it means to me. I mean, if I wanted to come out and say, yeah, I'm racist, I would say it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not racist at all. I think everybody's equal. I mean, you got, I don't want to come out and say what I would normally say, but I mean, there's blacks in every crew, and there's whites, and there's good people, and there's bad people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's interesting because unfortunately a lot of people just give it an easy label and they see the flag and they get, that's all they see.
But I mean, you see rebel flags everywhere, but no, racism, I mean, they holler all this Ku Klux Klan and shit. Man, I've been here for all my life, and I ain't never seen a Ku Klux Klan, you know what I mean? It's not like we hate on anybody. I mean, we just try to get along, man. We just want everybody to get along, man. I want things to better, I don't care if it's a black president in there and he's making things better, that's a wonder. If he's a Afghani president in there and he's making things better, that's great, man. That's all we're looking for. We want things to prosper. We don't want, you know what I mean? Run the country, give people jobs, give people opportunity, make people want to work again. Quit giving people shit, I'm glad my oldest son did decide to leave because he bettered himself. He went through a good job.
How many kids do you have?
I have 4.
4?
2 girls, 2 boys.
All right. This is your youngest?
That's my youngest. I've had him ever since he was born. I'm a single dad with him. We keep a girlfriend around on occasion, but
yeah, on occasion.
Biggest part is me and him just do the bachelor thing and love life and enjoy, and
Or at least try.
we do good, son. You got it made there, buddy. Don't start that. Show him your shirt.
What do you got?
Huh? Wait, what is my shirt?
Support your local peacemakers.
What's that, a local group here?
It's one of the motorcycle clubs I was telling you about that we got a lot of really good friends, and they're really good people. Good people.
Can we ride back down?
Who's this on your...
That is my son when he was 16 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What else you got?
A little bit of everything.
The moto, the car.
Yeah, that was my first car, my first bike.
Tell them about the heart.
When my mom died, I had that black heart put on there. I said that when Mom died, it turned my heart black, you know what I mean? The Cardinals, when my grandmother died, both writing under them is, that's their handwriting. The guy actually took from letters that they wrote me and took their handwriting and put it under each of them. And my mom was my world, She was my rock, and Granny was everything to all of us. I mean, she's what held everything together. And it's like they know stuff, like my grandma Brown, and she called Mom and Dad one night, wanted to know where I was at, 1:30 in the morning, you know what I mean? I'm 16-year-old, wild.
You gotta be there.
I had got out and wrecked a motorcycle. A few minutes later, they got a phone call that they had me in the hospital, you know what I mean? I lost a lot of blood and so forth, and just like she knew it. And my grandma, immediately, she could read out of the Bible, Ephesians 16:5, I think it is. And if you're bleeding, it would stop bleeding. Now people's gonna look at this and say, look this dumb. It will, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's true. I mean, it's true. Right up here the other day, had a guy to shoot himself. And
You made homemade
when the
tourniquet.
state police come up, he was like, why did you bring a Bible up here? What the hell is that Bible for? I said, you ever hear of Ephesians? And told him the verse. I said, dude's a free bleeder. He's dying, And they said, so you brought a Bible instead of a tourniquet? Said, what you gonna do, preach his funeral? Just kind of redneck top anyway. But I don't know. That's just the first thing I thought. I keep a Bible in my truck, so I grabbed the Bible. I'm not no big Christian or Bible thumper or nothing like that. I just, I was raised. Most people in Appalachia was raised to believe in church and so forth.
Is the church attendance down a lot these days?
Actually, the church
or is it pretty busy here?
I mean, actually, here around Harlan County,
The
the churches are doing pretty good, ain't you?
Yeah. The one I went to yesterday had...
A lot of younger people going to church.
It used to have like 5, and the other day it had 22 kids.
Yeah.
At church?
Yeah.
Yeah, at church.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not exactly the Bible Belt. I mean, it's not, they don't run it down your neck or nothing like that, but they will come out and they'll talk to you, and they'll ask you. They won't push it on you. You know,
Right.
it's just good people. Man.
Tell them about how Bag used to read the Bible to her plants to make them grow.
Yeah. Bag was something else, baby boy.
Yeah. Surprisingly, it worked.
So family ties, strong family connections, they're everything out here, huh?
Everything.
You guys are pretty...
I would die for anybody in my family today, tomorrow.
So either you're born into a good family here where they're tight, or you're born into like some drug methed out family, and that's got to be brutal.
Buddy, even, I just be honest with you, I got hurt in the mines back in '94. Was put on Oxycontins when they first come out. I got on the Oxycontins, and my family stood beside me through every bit of it and seen that I got clean and got straight and stayed right with me. They never pushed me away.
How long were you on Oxy for?
For a while, doctors kept me on about 6 years.
That was the time when they were pushing the pill mills, right?
Exactly.
They were getting the doctors all in on it up here.
Yes, sir.
And this was like ground zero for that, right? Here.
Right here in West Virginia.
West Virginia. And so a lot of people got addicted, right?
A lot.
Because you had injuries, doctors said, this will help.
Oh, God, they started me on 40 milligram, and within a month I was up to 3 80 milligram pills a day, 3 Xanaxes a day. I mean, and then like 5 years later, I walked into my doctor's office, and he said, they said, we can't write you these anymore, so, you know.
Did the doctors go to jail or anything for that?
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah, my doctor
they got busted.
17 years in prison.
No way.
Yeah, I got 20.
You got 20, what do you mean?
I got 20 years too.
In prison?
Yeah.
You've been in prison for 20 years?
I didn't do 20 years, I've done 9.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
For doing, can I ask?
Pills.
For popping the pills?
Well, when they cut me off, I mean, you're so sick, you don't know, and so I decided, hell, I've got all these pills put up. So if you can make a buck, you know what I mean?
So you're selling them?
I honestly, this sounds crazy, and I know people ain't gonna believe it out there, but honest to God, I mean, I didn't even sell it to the guy. I gave it to him because he said his wife wouldn't take his kid to the hospital or something unless she got a pill, and I give him a pill. And next thing I know, they got me in court, got me in jail, got me in court. 9.5 years later.
Wow.
Yeah. And,
so that just destroyed the region a bit, huh? All that oxy?
It hurt it. I mean, it hurt it really bad, and then it had gained its way back and was doing great. Everybody was doing good. I mean, everybody was sober, it seemed like, and then this shit hits around here, the fentanyl, and which, I mean, you don't find many people, it's the younger people, man, and that's what's so sad, because you see all these young people dying, man, and it's sad. It really is, it's sad. And,
a lot of young people dying out here?
A lot. The schoolhouse, you actually can't see it for the trees, which that's part of the parking lot right there, and just like right across the street, they've been four die in one house there.
Jeff, you never had a problem with the pills out here or anything?
No, I haven't.
No, that's done good, man.
Never. So what'd you
biggest thing I've probably done is took a few shots of moonshine and drank beer.
I was the first person in this county that was ever prescribed Oxycontin.
The first person in the county to be prescribed Oxycontin?
Yes, sir. Yeah, Dr. Ali Swap.
He's still in prison?
No, he's out. I think he may have died.
So in your guys' days, it was you had an injury in the mine, you needed pain relief, like Oxy, right?
They'd load you up on pain pills and send you back to work the next day.
Okay, but now you're saying the young people now, they're not in the mine, so they're just getting the drugs.
Nothing. They're getting dope, and they're making money running and selling it for somebody else. You know what I mean? And
it's not. You could probably
the cartels and stuff sending it in here. They say Louisville's the hub for it. You know what I mean? Louisville's 2.5 hours away.
Louisville's a hub.
Should be more rehabs. I mean, I think there should be more, sober living homes, stuff like that. Prison don't help you. I mean, honestly, God, it don't. I mean, prison can make you a worse person. You know what I'm saying? It just done me just the opposite. It made me think everything that I missed. You know what I'm saying? My son was 9-year-old when I went to prison, and when he come got me, he was 18. He drove to prison to pick me up.
So that's what you think we need in the country overall? Just more rehab, more family structure, which is hard to I don't know how you fix that, but.
And you need it out of here. You need to shut the borders down. You need to, I mean, like I said, I'm not racist towards nobody, but this is America, man. You know, think about the Americans first before you start bringing all these other people in here. Worry about the problems you got here right now and fix them, and then worry about everybody else. I mean, take care of America, man. You know what I mean? This might not be nothing to nobody. I mean, to me, it might not be nothing. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. You got family. I mean, I could knock on any door out there, and I guarantee you, they'd feed you. You're not even from around here, and I guarantee you could go to any door around here and say, man, I'm thirsty. I need a bite to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Could you give me a drink of water? Could you spare a bologna sandwich? You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you that 99.9% of them would take you in, set you down, and feed you a meal, give you something to drink. You know what I'm saying?
No, this trip I started in West Virginia, I've felt nothing but that from the locals. One guy bought my meal, just one stranger bought my meal at a restaurant.
That's everyone around here, paying forward, they call it.
Everyone's been very cool. And I think that's what doesn't go out to the world about Appalachia, like deep Appalachia like this. We're in the thick of it. Yeah. And those connections and the way people are to each other, they can be. I mean, you're either loved or hated, I think, is how it goes, right?
But you bring that on yourself also.
You get what you give, right?
I mean, if you give, you get. If you show somebody a support and show them that you really need it, they'll help you, and they will. I mean, honestly. There's times that my family should have just turned their back on me and said, you know, we're done. But instead, they kept pushing. You know, you're better than this, you're better than this, you're better than this. This is the old grates that were in the house. They would have two-sided chimneys, and this would be like for the family room, and in the main bedroom, they would have on the other side. And you'd put your coal in here, and at night you would bank it, what they call banking. In other words, they'd get a good fire going, they'd put ashes on top of it, and it would hold heat all night.
Okay.
And that's what you would heat the house with. And like the old buck stove we got in here, they would use them in the houses for cooking and so forth. This is actually an old lawnmower. They used to use the ponies to pull the coal out of the mines, and got all the old pony shoes.
Ponies to pull the coal out?
Yeah. In here we got mainly mining stuff. I'm sorry, we've got electricity off out here right now, but they call these breast augers, and you can see.
Okay.
That's the bit, and some of them's a lot longer than that, but two men would operate it, and one man would put a plate against his chest.
Okay.
And they would drill into the coal, and then they would be able to put shots off in it then.
So drill in, then put a stick of dynamite in, right?
This is just all old bottles and stuff. My great-granddad bought this property in 1942, and this is just all the old bottles and stuff that come out of the camp houses. And like we was looking at the old toy car.
This?
Yeah.
That's like a 4-pound toy car.
And that's some of the fossils that was found in the mines. You find a lot of fossils in the mines.
What is that, do you know?
That's a tree. That's actually an old tree.
Just petrified wood? Petrified wow.
Wood. Yeah.
That's like,
just some
what do you think, 8 pounds maybe?
Oh yeah, it's heavy. Wow. And it's just different things. It was through the years that we've collected over the years. You got the old Civil War thing, they would melt their lead in that and pour it into cast for balls, you know, for the lead balls. And
this is, you'd heat this up with coal iron?
On top of this stove here. This is what old buck stove
All right,
looked like.
You just did that, right?
Yeah, you just set it on top of it, then when it got hot, you could iron with it. It's got a striker on the bottom, and you would ignite it, and when you would go into the face of the coal, if the light went out, you know, that there was an oxygen deficiency because, you know, fire won't burn without oxygen. So a miner know that it's time to get out of there, you know what I mean? And then if the flame burn a certain color, they know they were methane, so they know to back out.
Did you ever have a problem with oxygen in the mines?
We cut into one old mines, and it wasn't on the map, and it flooded us out. And we had low oxygen, but we were really deep, and it took a while to get out, but everybody got out all right, and everything was good.
Super scary?
Not so much. I mean, that wasn't the first time we'd ever cut into old works, but
You just got to stay calm, huh?
But my son was like 17 at the time, and he was mad as hell because I was kind of helping run the mines, you know, kind of helping the guy out, and they had a boss up there that didn't have no knowledge whatsoever, and he got madder than hell because I went back in, you know what I'm saying, and set pumps and stuff, and oh God, he took a fit, you know what I mean.
So you guys would sacrifice yourselves for these companies in a way, huh?
Well, I mean, like I would have sucked, I guess, sometimes. You know, like I said, I missed 5 years when I started bossing. I missed first 5 years I bossed. I didn't come home for Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever. We were in the mines, had so many pumps in it. The pumps had to be made every day through IMSHA, you know, through the government. And I would have to go out on Christmas Day and Thanksgiving Day and pump water and check pumps all day and make them where I was foreman. So, but I kind of regret that in a way because just got to spend my grandma's last 2 years with her for Christmas and stuff. That was her birthday. She lived here.
She lived right here?
Yeah, she lived right here. And then we used to have an old camp house that sat right here. And they were, believe it or not, at one time, I think there was 19 houses through here.
In this valley here?
Just straight up this holler.
So this is all family?
This is all family. Everybody up and through is family.
You drop me off?
Yeah.
It's the end of the story, Jeff?
End of the story.
What time you up tomorrow morning?
4:30. Bright and early.
I appreciate it.
See you, old buddy.
You're a great guy.
Sure.
I don't need to tell you to have fun because I think you are.
Medals that he got for academics and ball and
Oh, these are your medals here, Aiden?
Yeah.
Governor's Scholar and
That one's for future problem solving. We did it in district, but we lost. And we went to region because we had a second chance and we won region.
this was my dad's. Like I said, Dad got covered up. You can see where it knocked his.
Someone shooting up there?
Oh yeah, they shoot. They just go. They got like a little range up where they shoot at. It actually broke his light off his hat and everything. Broke his bill off his hat. He run a miner and he was in the deck of it, and it had him shoved down in the deck. And he'll tell you about sitting there eating dinner while he was covered up. It took him about 6 hours to get the rock off of him. And when we come in from school, we seen the ambulance sitting there, so of course we was freaked out. But he would not go on to the hospital till the kids seen that he was okay. You know, that was Granddad's hat, and it passed down to me. I wore it probably till the inspectors made me quit wearing it, where it was a cut down hat. And then
the inspectors wouldn't let this fly because it's cut down?
well, they didn't say nothing for years and years, and I started bossing. I'd get so mad I throwed it so many times. I broke it where it's cut down, and I just taped it up, started wearing it, and they wouldn't let that fly. So I ended up, that's the one I come out in. I wore that until 2017. I come out in 17. It's been a good life, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Thanks for bringing me in today.
I got some stuff I want to give you before you leave. Straight out of Smith, Kentucky. It's about 140 proof.
Homemade?
Yeah, of course. I won't say a whole lot more on camera about that, but got a little something else for you too.
Thank you.
This was made also. A good friend of mine made that, and I'm sure he'd appreciate you to have it. And, yeah. I want you to have both of them, man.
That's so cool, Wes. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man.
One more.
Thank you, bro. Good to meet you, man.
Great to meet you. Thanks for being brave and willing to take me in, because I know most people that come with the camera, your guys are sick of them. that you said, and you're sick of media coming in and making you guys look terrible, right?
Don't look stupid, man. You know what I mean? We're good people.
Yeah.
You know?
It's very evident for anyone that wants to, that's
just
truly curious.
Just a little simpler life than most is used to, but man, I wouldn't have it no other way.
All right, guys, another view into a world most of us have no understanding of. A few big takeaways for me. Firstly, it's complicated. You know, Jeff is in coal, it pays for the lifestyle and everything they have out here, but would never want their kids to be in coal. And while it's gone for 4 or 5, maybe 6 generations on out here, with this generation, it seems like they want it to stop in that sense. But then they're torn because that's what they know. They're tied to their land, deeply rooted with family members here. Couldn't imagine being anywhere else. So this is what pays for all of that to happen. And secondly, I know coal is a controversial energy form. I love clean air and water, just like most people. I learned that it's in the steel making process. I don't know it through and through, but from the human side of things, look, if that's your way of life, whatever industry you might be in, say you're in Silicon Valley and create tech, and imagine, obviously this can't happen, but all of a sudden tech's gonna be gone and your industry will be gone. And then what are you going to do? And whatever you might be in, whatever profession, that's sort of a scary thought, I would think. So these people are living with this daily, as in the letter comes in, the mine's gonna shut down, and maybe they'll be ousted until the next job appears. But I think it's a stressful worry that your work, your talent, your knowledge, your know-how could go away at any time, and you really have nothing to fall back on. So thanks for coming along on that journey, guys. Got a larger series on Appalachia, would love you to watch. Very fascinating part of the country, the world. And also would love you to be part of our community. We have a newsletter. Click on that link down below. All right, until the next one.